Hello, hello, DJ Phillips Magnolia Salon back again. Today I'm going to do curling irons. Curling iron is something that is pretty basic, pretty typical, pretty run-of-the-mill, I guess. I have always had a curling iron. My mom has always had curling irons. Some of the other tools that I use in the salon or at home aren't as basic. The curling iron has been around longer than any other tool that I have in my arsenal. So I think there are just a lot of people have used curling irons, but there are a few tips and tricks that I want to show you on how to use it in the best way possible. So the first thing I like to do is I will section out my hair. Okay, so I will use a product on my hair. I'm going to use the Instant Texture just to kind of give it something to kind of hold on to. I did wash my hair this morning, and so it's just really smooth. I like to be able to really get that curl to stay a little bit better. So I will start, if you've watched my other videos, I start the exact same way every time. So this is a curling iron. There is the clip. So I also have my curl wand. You could technically use this as a curl wand if you don't want to purchase a separate curl wand. This is like a stand, so it's not going to get hot and burn down your house, hopefully. I like this one. I like anything with a heat setting. That's really important to me. This goes up to 25. I'm going to be honest, I don't know what heat setting that is, what temperature that is, but 25, you could probably, 25 is going to be pretty intense, so I'd turn it down to like 18 or 19, and then kind of go up from there depending on what kind of curl you're getting. If you feel like you need it hotter, go for it. This is going to be one of those instances where if your hair doesn't really hold a curl, I would go up a little bit higher. I wouldn't really go up to the 25, but if your hair holds a curl really easily, I would probably knock it down to like the 18 or the 19. My hair holds a curl pretty well, so I'm gonna go at 18 on this one. Now, something interesting about curling irons and the difference between curling irons, depending on what brand you get, is how it works. So there's a coil in here, and it's like it's not a coil like this, it goes up and back down, and so the heat is really more in this part. When it gets up to this part, it's not going to be as hot as down here. There are companies, if you spend more money, you can get one where the mechanism it's heated the exact same all the way through, but that's why it's more expensive. So this is one where it's just like most of the heat is going to be through here, and then it's going to be not as hot through here. So remember that when you're curling all of your hair all the way down, because this, whatever hair is down here, isn't going to hold as well as the hair that's on this part of it. So now some people will start their curling iron all the way down here and then go up like this. First of all of this hair is overlapping other hair, and this hair on the end of the hair isn't overlapping. So, and this part is going to be on like the hottest part. This hair is going to be a lot curlier than this hair. None of this is getting any heat right now. And so you're going to wonder why your curls are really just going to be like down here. Now, the best way to actually curl your hair is to start closer up, turn it towards you, and then pop this just a little bit to release it a little bit, and then go further down and then pop it back up, and then keep going with it. And then make sure you tuck in those ends really well. And it's okay if they're released a little bit, they're still going to be curled, don't worry. there you have a curl. And see, it's all the way up. So it's going to stay all the way up. It's going to keep its curl. If you do it like I did it the first time, where you just roll from the ends all the way up, that curl is not going to last even a little bit. You're going to step outside and all your curls are just going to be kind of concentrated on the ends. So another thing to make sure is sometimes, so like, make sure you're curling your hair in the direction of the curling iron. So if you curl it, if you put your hair in like that, that's how you should curl it. If you put your hair in and then you go the opposite way, you are going to get a weird dent in your hair. That's not a curl, that's a dent. So always make sure, ooh, yeah, and that's like an annoying dent, because now I have to try and fix that, and I can like feel how weird that is. Not attractive. There we go. Dent is out. I'm going to curl some of these towards my face so I can have some crazy curls today. Make sure you get those ends all the way in there. Now you can leave those ends out too. Those, it just depends on what look you're going for. I usually leave the ends out, but since I am doing, like, this is a curling iron video, ends in are pretty typical with a curling iron, and so I'm just gonna do that. Now, if you have shorter hair, you can also use a curling iron. We'll do this side. You can do some, you can just kind of kink it like that and then let it go. And if your hair is short, then you just get that nice wave and you can kind of loosen that up. You can also do this fun thing. It took me a while. It's a lot easier for me to do on clients than it is on myself, where you do that and then you pull it down, and then it gives you that nice long just texture in there. I like that. Another thing to remember is to hold it up and down like this. If you're holding it, so vertically, if you're holding it horizontally, the curls are gonna be different. That's going to kind of pop up like that. When you really, that's going to give you more of a, like a feathered look to your hair, instead of more of like an elongated, which is going to, feathered hair, feathered hair is one of those things where it's going to give your face a completely different shape. It's going to widen you through here when you really want to elongate your face as much as humanly possible. So unless you already have a very narrow, just, you know, perfectly oval head shape, or even so much so just like even more oval than normal, that's really the only time you're going to want feathered hair up through here. You're really going to want to keep those curls a little bit more elongated, so then it kind of brings your face down into an oval shape. My face shape, if I do that, it's just, I look like a, oh, what is that, a velociraptor? It just widens me, and I don't want to be more wide than I already am. Now, if you're feeling like things are getting a little bit too big up here, once you're done curling, just kind of pull them down. I will show you what I mean when I'm done with my whole head. So I'm going to start doing my whole head. these are my bangs. Curly hair. I did one curl towards my face, one curl away. That's what gives me just like the crazy curls and just like lots and lots of volume. If you do all of them going in one direction, they're going to kind of clump together and just make one big curl. So I like doing it this way because it gives me a lot of volume, a lot of texture to my hair, and it's not just gonna clump together. It's gonna kind of stay crazy all day long. And I like that, especially because we're not supposed to really mess with things right now with our hands unless we can easily wash them. And I'm about to go run errands, and so keeping it crazy like this, I'm not gonna feel like I need to really mess with my hair too much. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. You can find us on Facebook, or you can email us at you can email us at info@magnoliasalonil.com, and I'll be back with another video soon. Thanks so much. Be kind to yourself.